Let's tell you that while some individuals choose to destroy the environment with far-reaching consequences on human life, someone has for over 3 decades taken it upon herself to conserve the environment for the love of nature. She is Ajoke Muhammed, the 82-year-old wife of one-time head of state Muritala Mohammed. She's adding color to the global conversation on climate change. A TVC News Jakarta in this report takes us to Mrs. Mohammed's garden in Abuja, where some forgotten indigenous plants are conserved.
Meet 82-year-old Mrs. Ajoke Muhammed, now called Mama, wife of former head of state, General Muritala Mohammed. The unceremonious death of her husband in 1976 marked a new chapter in the life of Mrs. Ajoke Muhammed. At 33, the reality of her new status as a widow dawned on her. Besides, her businesses could not thrive because of government's ban on importation at that time. Mama is a trained dental therapist. She tells me that her love for nature started after her husband's death when she moved into a new house with a garden. Since then, she has not looked back. Like a Trojan, she says determination has made her relentless in the pursuit of her found love.
After 8 years, those ones started fruiting at the age of 12, but this one started fruiting at 8. And since then, they've never stopped fruiting. As they drop a set of fruits, the new sets are forming on the tree. And this bismarckia that used to be such a rare commodity, for me it became so common that we have over 200 plants.
In the last decades, this 20-hectare garden has become Mama's second home, where plants of various shapes and sizes, including those going into extinction, are conserved. Indeed, for over 3 decades, Mama has been on a mission to conserve, propagate, and disseminate forgotten indigenous plants. This garden boasts of the largest private collection of palms in West Africa. Welcome to Mama Ajoke Muhammed's garden, where nature lives. Serene, cool, and calm, this garden boasts of many adorable plants.
People love to come to gardens like this. When you come, you don't want to go home. Whenever I come here, it's in the evening that I enjoy it most, when everybody has gone home and the place is very quiet, tranquil. You see a different color on the leaves. Even the flower, the color you see in the afternoon is different from what you see when it's in the evening. Even the scent of the plants, the scented ones, their scent in the afternoon is different from their scents in the evening. And then, you know that we need trees to survive.
At the heart of the garden is this blind garden, where the sound of water provides a good therapy for the human soul. Ken and Diego is a Kenyan forester. He specializes in genetics and tree improvement. In the last 4 months, he has lived in Nigeria, and his place of assignment is Mama's garden. As a lover of green environment, Ken and Diego tells me that the blind garden, where the sounds of water-soaked springs, is the beginning of life, as it serves everyone, including the visually impaired.
Significantly is for those people who can use their hearing sense to gain from the environment. So the sound one can be luring, two can be a therapy, because when you come here and you are stressed and you're thinking about many things, the sound can absorb some of those, bad thoughts. So you come out of this place when you're a bit relieved.
Plants here come in various names, sizes, colors, and shapes. Ken and Diego names them all, from the Tahina palm, which provides a good shade whenever it rains, to Zamia, Liquala, Philodendrons, Areca catechu, and Cortland dracanes. Noble among trees is Bismarckia nobilis. There is also the autograph palm, seen largely as very important for climate change. Ken and Diego tells me the autograph palm, unlike other plants, absorb carbon dioxide at night.
You talk about this garden, you talk about conservation. One, conservation of species and conservation of the, we say, germplasm or genetic material. Yeah, it's like a bank, a genetic bank, because we have thousands of species that are around here. Thousands of species that need to be conserved, need to be kept, preserved for the future generation because of their importance.
On this visit, we met the wife of Nigeria's former Vice President Dolapo Shibajo. She's also a lover of nature and a good collector of plants. She says the tahina palm remains her favorite as she takes me through a world of love for nature.
Favorite garden in the whole of Abuja. Many times when I visit, they have to drag me out of here when it's getting dark because I don't want to go home. Each plant is a world on its own, and I cannot even imagine the joys of tending a garden as big as this. Each plant is unique. The leaves, the patterns, the colors, the flowers, it's just infinite. And if you have a home that's surrounded by plants, it not only beautifies your home, it's also a way of teaching. So plants give so many messages about life that you can stand shoulder to shoulder, and each person has their space, and each person is beautiful, and each person is celebrated. Plants also teach us to be our own person. The color in one is different from the color in another. The time one flowers is different from the time another flowers. So plants teach me particularly to be myself.
Today, through Mama's tutelage, many young men and women are finding love in plants. One of them is Hawa Khalil. She tells me why every human should develop love for plants and gardens.
Nature is everything. I urge everybody to be in touch with nature and to not cut down trees, because that's also a huge problem we're facing now. A lot of deforestation within the region, especially with climate change in our community.
Nature is indeed at its best here. Beautiful scenes from many plants add to the allure of this serene environment, away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Lovers of plants speak beautifully about their significance for humanity, and honestly, if you ask me, I don't feel like leaving this environment. The message here is a world full of plants will address the challenge of climate change. Ajoke Muhammed, TVC News, Abuja.